Ready to hit the road on a journey through the electrifying world of EVs? Fasten your seatbelts and charge your batteries because we're going strong into the wild and wonderful world of electric vehicles. From the Teslas whizzing by to the Nissan Leafs quietly purring, the revolution is in full swing, and with prices dropping like a lead balloon, it's a thrill ride you won't want to miss. But it's not just about the ride, it's about the future, the environment, and the potential to reshape how we get from A to B. Everyone would love a world where the streets are filled with sleek, silent vehicles moving around with zero emissions. The air is cleaner, gas stations are a thing of the past, and charging stations are as common as Starbucks. Just a few years ago, owning an EV seemed like a luxury reserved for the elite. But today, thanks to technological advancements, fierce competition, and a growing demand for sustainable transportation, EVs are becoming more accessible than ever before. This trend has enormous implications for the auto industry, such as increasing the adoption of EVs and their potential impact on gas-powered cars. With prices dropping, more and more people can afford to drive an electric vehicle. And let's be honest, who doesn't love moving around in a car that's kinder to the planet and your wallet? But what's driving this shift? What's causing prices to drop so fast? The recent price reductions for EVs are enough to make your jaw drop. We're talking about some serious discounts, folks. Manufacturers like Tesla, Nissan, and Chevrolet are slashing prices on their electric vehicles to make them more competitive with gas-powered cars. Some EVs are now priced at or even below their gas-powered counterparts. The impact on the auto industry is massive. As EVs become more affordable, more people are considering them a viable option. This is shifting consumer preferences and forcing traditional automakers to step up their game in the EV market. These price drops are ripple effects across the industry, and the shockwaves are not just hitting the automakers. Gas stations, for example, are starting to worry about their business models as more people shift to electric vehicles, and traditional car dealerships are having to adjust to the changing landscape, with some even offering special EV-focused services and incentives. But let's remember the real winners here: the planet and your wallet. With EVs becoming more affordable, switching to clean, sustainable transportation with even less money than you imagined is easier than ever. As prices for electric vehicles continue to fall, more and more consumers are finding them increasingly hard to resist. With the cost of ownership becoming more comparable to traditional gas-powered cars, EVs are starting to look like a pretty sweet deal. As this increased attraction is having a huge impact on the auto industry, as demand for EVs rises, traditional automakers are forced to adapt or risk being left behind. Many are investing heavily in electric vehicle technology, with some planning to phase out gas-powered cars entirely in the coming years. We are also seeing a surge in demand for charging infrastructure. Companies are racing to install charging stations in everything from parking garages to shopping centers, making it easier and more convenient for EV drivers to recharge their batteries on the go. And remember the grid. With more EVs on the road, there's an increased demand for electricity. This leads to investments in renewable energy sources like solar and wind, which are used to charge EVs and help offset their carbon footprint. Several reasons, each like a cog in a well-oiled machine, explain the recent price reductions for electric vehicles. As battery technology improves, the cost of producing EVs is falling. This in turn allows manufacturers to pass the savings on to consumers through lower prices. Government incentives have also significantly reduced EV prices. Many governments worldwide offer electric vehicle consumer tax credits, rebates, and other financial incentives. These incentives lower the upfront cost of EVs and make them more attractive to buyers by offsetting the cost of owning and operating an EV over time. But that's not all. Another critical factor in the recent price drops is the changing market dynamics. As demand for EVs rises, manufacturers are becoming increasingly competitive in their pricing. They're trying to capture as much market share as possible, offering lower prices to attract buyers. This competition is a major driving force behind the recent price drops. Also, manufacturing costs are falling as EV production ramps up and more EVs hit the road. This allows manufacturers to pass the savings on to consumers through lower prices. So as you can see, there's a lot at play regarding these price drops. In the electric vehicle market, competition is heating up like a summer's day in Death Valley. And this increased competition is driving prices down faster than a meteor hitting the Earth. You've got legacy automakers like General Motors and Ford driving headfirst into the EV market, duking it out with the likes of Tesla and Nissan. Then there are the new players like Rivian and Lucid, who bring fresh ideas and new approaches. The competition is doing more than just driving prices down. It's also spurring innovation. Each company is trying to outdo the others, offering better range, faster charging times, and more incredible features than the last. The race for EV supremacy results in some genuinely cutting-edge technology, like self-driving capabilities and fully autonomous vehicles. And let's not forget about design. With so many companies trying to capture consumers' hearts and wallets, EVs look more beautiful than ever. Charging infrastructure is the lifeblood of the EV industry. Without enough places to plug in, EVs would be about as valuable as cars with square wheels. Luckily, we're seeing some serious progress in this area. From coast to coast, more and more charging stations are popping up like daisies in the spring. And not just your run-of-the-mill Level 2 chargers either. We're talking high-speed DC fast chargers that can juice up your EV in the time it takes to scarf down a taco. Many EV owners have charging stations installed in their garages, making it easy to top off their battery overnight. This means they can start each day with a full charge ready to tackle their commutes or road trips without worrying about finding a charging station. However, the expansion of charging infrastructure is happening in more than just cities and suburbs. Another area where we're seeing progress in charging infrastructure is on the highway. In many states, charging stations are now located along major routes, making it possible for EV owners to take road trips without worrying about running out of juice. This is a game changer for the EV industry, removing one of the most significant barriers to adoption: range anxiety. It's not just private companies that are investing in charging infrastructure. Government initiatives are also playing a significant role in the expansion of charging infrastructure. The federal government and many state and local governments are offering incentives and funding to encourage the development of charging stations. This support has helped spur the growth of charging networks nationwide, making EVs a more practical option for many consumers. The EV revolution is like a tidal wave washing over the auto industry. Gas-powered cars feel the effects. The potential impact on traditional gas-powered cars could be seismic, shifting the automotive landscape like a tectonic plate. As EVs become more affordable and charging infrastructure expands, many consumers are starting to see them as a viable alternative to gas-powered cars. This is already impacting sales, with some automakers reporting declining demand for their traditional models. But the impact goes beyond just sales. Gas-powered cars are also facing pressure from the regulatory front. Many countries and states have set ambitious targets for the adoption of EVs, with some even planning to ban the sale of gas-powered cars by specific dates. This will have a significant impact on the automotive industry as a whole, as manufacturers scramble to shift their product lineups and invest in EV technology. But it's not all doom and gloom for gas-powered cars. While they may eventually be phased out, many experts predict they will remain a significant part of the automotive market for many years. The electric vehicle revolution is just getting started, and the future looks like a high-voltage thrill ride. With prices dropping, range increasing, and charging infrastructure expanding, EVs are poised to dominate the automotive market. But it's not just about passenger vehicles. The electrification of the transportation sector is happening across the board, from buses and delivery vehicles to boats and planes. As self-driving technology continues to advance, the combination of EVs and autonomous vehicles can revolutionize how we move people and goods around the world. The electric vehicle revolution is here, shaking up the automotive industry like a hurricane on the high seas. Like the rapid price decline and expanding charging infrastructure, the shift to EVs is gathering momentum faster than a runaway Tesla. But this revolution isn't just about a new type of car. It's about a fundamental shift in how we move around, driven by technological innovation, sustainability, and consumer demand. So whether you're a die-hard patrol head or a green-minded urbanite, the electric vehicle revolution is something to pay attention to. So if you're considering a new vehicle, don't just stick to the same old gas guzzlers. Consider an EV. Not only are they kinder to the planet, but they're also becoming more affordable and convenient than ever before. And if you're already an EV owner, why not spread the good news? Tell your friends and family and neighbors about the benefits of EVs, and let's work together to create a greener and cleaner world for everyone. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Share it with your friends and colleagues and hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with the latest developments in the world of electric vehicles and sustainable transportation. Your engagement helps us keep the conversation going, and we love hearing your thoughts in the comments section below. Together, we can fuel the revolution toward a brighter, cleaner future for all. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the electric highway.